rolling? We rolling. I want to give a big thank you to everybody that's been watching, that's been tuning in. Nothing but love. We here Mondays and Tuesdays. I got DJ Quest in the building. And we're going to get into it, man. We're going to get into it. Before anything, I want to take a quick gangster moment of silence for Dominic Tha Jacka Newton. I'm going to spark this up.
I no longer partake,
For sure.
but yeah, man, absolutely. You know what it is.
You know what it is. In memorial, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely. I know I didn't see you lit for sure before.
Yes, absolutely. You know what I mean?
I ain't never done that, just so you know.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Just sparked up a joint like this the shop, you feel me?
Yeah.
Somebody might come in this motherfucker soon.
I appreciate that. I mean, like, really, I'll just even, like, just say, like, why? So, you've been seeing me, like, come around and but, like, after DJing, I really just got involved with a bunch of, stuff in the community, man.
Okay.
And so, over the last, couple of years, I've been working with, whether it be like Congresswoman Barbara Lee, who's the top, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But no, it's all good though. It's all good.
That's where we come
let me tell
from.
you why.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why, right? So it's like that. And then from there, I just recently went to go around government relations at PG&E.
Okay.
Right? And so what I think is important, about that, right, and about like my history as a DJ and my connection to people like Tha Jacka, you know what I'm saying, and just the whole culture, right, is like being able to bring that different perspective to, whether it be politics or to, a Fortune 500 company, it's actually having that legitimate connection with, with the community, man.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
And then also having somebody that can, relay those things back to those folks, right? And so be a real representation of what's going on. And so speaking of like with Congresswoman Barbara Lee, and all that she's done trying to get the federal government to deschedule marijuana, and the thing that she, a lot of things that she's done for cannabis equity, right? And so small things like that may seem kind of small, but no, it's actually dope. It's actually dope that you know what I'm saying, lit up, because I think that it kind of all goes into, you know what I'm saying, kind of like, what my purpose is and what I've been up to and stuff like that. So,
sure.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's that. So
That's what's up. That's what's up. Because, I mean, that right there was a good nugget, because the way you even talking about community, I know when you talking about community, what community you talking about in specific. Yeah. Because, they say Black Lives Matter, but sometimes I be feeling like, do y'all care about my niggas? Do y'all care about the black lives that's out here caught in this continuous system? Or are y'all talking about somebody got abused by the police, so we need to stand up for that, which obviously, But then there's a whole nother side of black people that people don't even check up on, or they just write them off, throw them in a box. I always see older cats be like, oh, man, we just start with the new generation, this generation under. It's just all of that is whatever. We don't even need to spend time on that, because what you doing is meshing that. You feel me? Because the reason why I fired up was for the Jack.
Yep.
And
absolutely.
Before we go further, I know y'all like, this is the skateboard podcast. We in a skate shop, but I'm an artist. Nice to meet you. I'm an artist. Right. And I grew up rapping. And the Bay Area is my home. And Tha Jacka is I mean, if there was a what do you call those? The foreheads, a monument or whatever. He would be up there for sure.
The Mount Rushmore.
The Mount Rushmore. He would be up on the Mount Rushmore for sure. So to have DJ Quest come on is big for me. Big for, if you're looking for some history in the Bay, if you want to catch up on maybe some stories you never heard about the Jack, or how Quest and Jack link and all that, stay tuned. And then we also gonna chop it up about everything else Quest got going on. But if you ain't into that, go ahead, go watch one of them other skate episodes we got, because you know what I'm saying, we got some more shit coming for you for sure. But yeah, man, the Jack, bro. You feel me? I had to fire up for him. I had to, you know what I'm saying, do something that I ain't never done, because it's been I told the story a couple times, but like being an artist coming up, it's those moments where you like, man, I wonder how can I get around this artist, or how can I get around that artist. My brothers was listening to Tha Jacka, and to be able to be around him in certain times. I remember one day I told him it was my birthday. And I didn't even think homie remembered me from the times we met. And he went to the car, brought something back from the car, gave it to me. I was like, bro, like moments like that, like live in my heart forever, you know. And the Jacka is so monumental in the Bay Area, just from anthems, songs he got, just from showing his way of life, coming from where we coming from the Pueblo projects, but then also being in the Rich, also being in EPA, also being all over the Bay Area, the places that everybody here skates, you know what I'm saying? Like all these places, you know, he even had a connection with skaters.
Oh,
like,
he had a huge connection with skaters. Jack, man.
My bad, keep the mic up.
Oh, my bad, yeah. So Jack, the skate community, bro. The skate community was a huge supporter of Jack. I mean, especially like, man, we used to go to Chico. You know what I'm saying? Chico used to be that was one of them ones. Yeah, that was one of them ones. But absolutely, I mean, you know, the skate culture and hip hop culture, you know, is damn near one and the same. I mean, when you think about you know what I'm saying, especially when you think about like street art and shit like that, and just expression and shit like that, like, man, yeah, absolutely. Like him and skaters, and a lot of people don't know, like he'll pull off some tricks though too. You feel me? My boy will pull off some shit. You feel me? And so
that is crazy,
bruh, dude, no, for real. Even yeah, bro. Like, I mean, we go down to what was it? South by Southwest, bro, Austin, Texas. Like,
and that's the big thing out there,
bro. Bro. So yeah, absolutely. Definitely tapped in with the skate community.
That's so funny you say that. He could
Santa Cruz.
Skate
Santa
community
Cruz,
out
the
there.
Catalyst, you know what I mean? It's a big skate community. So
I mean, the skate world, hip hop, and the skate world mesh so well. Somebody was saying that hip hop is the extra element. I mean, skateboarding is the extra added element, because it's true, man. You look at somebody like Huff. You look at just all these OG skaters who skated to rap music, who grew up like in hieroglyphics, and they're pushing their skate videos with our songs.
Absolutely.
Whole time now, you go to a Chico or something, and it's all these little skater homies just like the Jack, whoop, and you're like, what? How y'all? The skate video, or just somebody who skates who came from the Bridge or something. So it's dope. That's how a lot of people know my music. It's from the homie P Stone, God bless the dead. He used to put my songs on his stuff, and people all over. I was in Switzerland one day, walking down the street, and somebody was like, I was by a skate area, but he was like, Big Hongry, I know you from P Stone videos. I'm like, bruh, like, that's lit, you know what I'm saying? But I just started laughing though, thinking about him being on the skateboard, because they did a part of the Jacka documentary in here. He had it was like 4 of his homies from Pittsburgh that he grew up with, and I was just in the back like doing my thing. The homies from Black Film Connect was filming it with Timothy Slater and homies.
They're my people.
Yeah, so they did a part up in here. They came through, and I was like, I need to watch the documentary, so I didn't want to be all up in the mix. But afterwards, everything was shutting down. I was like, hey, like, they said something about basketball. I was like, did he used to hoop? It was like, what? He won the slam dunk contest? Jumped over a bike or something.
I mean, Jack
That's crazy.
Bro, that was an athletic dude, man. Jack was, even when he gained a couple pounds, man, he was still bro, he still hit you in a street race 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
He gonna win a street race.
Wow.
You feel me? He could fight. You know what I'm saying? He could, he could. You know what I'm saying? He could hoop. You know, Jack was a talented dude. You know what I'm saying? And not only that though, too, it was. I think you know what people loved about Jack was he was a real connector. You know what I'm saying? It was like, just like you said, your experience with Jack. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was some personal shit that you'll never forget. And he like thousands of people got those exact like personal moments, and it's just really rare that you find artists or people, period, but like that everybody's got like a story that they remember specifically about this person that made them feel unique. You know what I'm saying? It made them feel like, you know what I'm saying, like, special. Wow. You feel me? Like, like, bro, really like messed with me as an individual. And you know, I think that's one thing that's so dope about Jack so many years after he passed. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's that real connection, you know. And to be real, it probably didn't hit me until after he passed, but like that was one of the things that maybe at first, and And PK Jack's manager,
Yeah,
you know, he for sure knows this, but like it was sometimes for me, I feel like I was frustrated sometimes when everything would be so big because it went from a really small group to everything being so big so fast.
Yeah.
And you know, he wanted, you know, like not only he didn't want to make everybody happy, but that's just what he did. He just loved on everybody.
I get
and
you.
so, you know, sometimes it's kind of like,
You think maybe some focus should have been a little more centered towards just his program, but
Yeah,
then it's
yeah,
kind of hard to say that because his program is everybody's
right,
program.
exactly, and that's exactly why we all loved him. You know what I'm saying? So it's
But
like
you being
can't
on the
take away.
DJ side, right? It's kind of
Yeah.
where some of that would be like, man, maybe if we woo. So how did y'all even get into making music together, or like DJ?
Yeah.
How did you start DJing for him?
So I used to do a bunch of, you know, throw a bunch of parties. So I used to throw all the parties, and you know, out here, you know, this was before all the cameras and stuff were out. And,
Facebook might have been around,
yeah,
right?
Facebook,
But
MySpace, all of that, you know. And so we did some events, and I booked them maybe to do a couple of events, and then I was just always trying to connect with PK because PK had managed, like PK is like the pulse of all of this stuff, a lot of stuff out here. And
Tracks a million.
Yeah, especially
The
during
list
that
goes
area,
on,
everything just went through P. And so I just kept connecting with PK through some stuff, and there was a group, Cali Fam, that Irk was a part of.
Okay.
And I went on tour with them to be their tour DJ. That was like in, I don't even know, maybe like 02 or something like that. I was like maybe 18, 19.
Okay.
And we went on a tour, and then after that, I just started like just doing little small shows with Jack here and there.
Was that when you first started getting into DJing in general?
Nah, so I started DJing at like 16 at Youth Radio.
What?
Yeah,
that's
man.
a
So
trip.
like Leon, D, you know what I'm saying? D-Nas,
Yeah.
So I started that, and then so that's how I got into DJing with artists, is because I was DJing. I was doing all the Sweets Ballroom events. So
Okay,
like all
Sweets
like
Ballroom. If you're not familiar with Youth Radio, Sweets Ballroom, this is all stuff that's right around the corner from here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
yeah.
We bring you history when we
for
do
real.
these types of things. But like before you even got to Youth Radio, what was the idea of you even getting into DJ? Moms, pops, or
no? So it was actually at Youth Radio.
Okay.
So Mo from the O. So he goes by Mo Coop now, DJ Mo Coop.
Okay.
That's my boy. But his name was Mo from the O back then. He was an on-air personality at KML, but he was also an intern, or basically worked at Youth Radio.
Okay.
And so one day he's in the back room, like just trying to practice juggling, because he wasn't a DJ at the time. He was a on-air personality. And so I think he was practicing. And then I just went in the back room and I seen what he was doing, and it was like a Red Man, Method Man vinyl that he was messing with. And then I just started asking him questions about DJing and shit. And then it's just like, after that, I just went down a rabbit hole, bro. And I knew that's what I wanted to be, because also before that, you know, the movie Juice. You feel me?
Yeah. Omar Epps was
Yeah.
That
Omar
was,
Epps.
I ain't gonna lie, that was one of the movies where I felt like I could mimic being it. My pops was a DJ, but seeing Omar Epps and that wake up and hit the button and turn on the records, I was like, oh,
yeah, bro.
That's
for sure. That's for sure. You know what I'm saying? What had me really like, okay. But then when I seen Mo from the O do it in that back room, I'm like, oh shit. So like I could actually do, like, that's the shit, you know what I'm saying, Omar Epps was doing. So
okay, boom. So you saw you coming up through Youth Uprising.
Yeah, Youth Radio.
Youth
Shout out
Radio.
to Youth Uprising though. Love y'all, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Real town shit.
So
cause I'm briskly seeing this, because you know I used to me and Neo the Gift and Gator, that was like, I feel like I was seeing you DJ, and then I also was doing my thing with D-Lo and Sleep. So I feel like I was seeing you around before you started doing heavy work with Jack. And then when I seen that come together, I was like, that's a dope place for bro to be. Because I also kind of seen that Jack could use that too. You know, like one DJ that's just going boom, push. And y'all used to be on tours. Y'all used to be all over the place.
Yeah, man. So like that's one thing, is that Jack, especially like as a tour DJ, Jack opened up, you know, a whole bunch of doors for me to even DJ for other people. But yeah, man, Jack was always, I went everywhere with him, you know. Anytime it was a Jacka show, I was there. So you know, we went to
Word.
the same thing like Sweden. You know what I'm saying? Denmark. We went to Africa.
How was
together.
that, bro? But I know the vibe over
that's
there.
right over. Yeah, I mean, it was what I went to. It was Malmo. So Malmo is like right over the bridge, I think, from Copenhagen. But
yep, it's like right there.
Yeah, but shout out my boy Chubby out there in Sweden, man.
Okay.
Or no, he in Denmark, I think. But yeah, our boy Chubby brought us out there for a couple of shows. It was dope, man. It was like
that's one thing with my
yeah.
I've been out there and I've seen it with my own two eyes that them European homies out there love Bay Area rap.
Oh, bro.
And it be because of influence of, see, in my case, I got some homies that was just on the episode, they call the homies Gut and Peabody and Gut. Yep. They went out there to build, they from the city. Okay. So they was on all the Nicotina, all the IMP, all of that. Yeah. And so they going out there and they jamming that while they building skate parks, putting some of the other homies on. Plus, people already know about it. And I always would think, like, why isn't our presence in, like, Bay Area specifically?
Yeah.
Like, I know the big Cali names can go do whatever they want to do, the big names whatever do, but Bay Area specifically, I'm like, dude, Nicotina could be out here cleaning house, you know what I mean? And but mind you, I know it's all business, it's all having shit set up, but I'm like, man, I remember seeing y'all going out there.
Yep.
I just always wondered what it would take to go out there. So me, myself, I've been out there in Switzerland with my homeboy Swizzy, who caught on to all of the Bay Area music, and somehow I got him to come out here. He linked up with me, and going out there, understanding like, okay, it's a lot of groundwork that need to be done if you want to be out there and keep doing shows. So yeah, shout out to the homies who do put on those shows, and that was big for me, bro, to see Jack in London. That was another thing that switched for me. Like, okay, we can come from the rich. We can come from out here and do this and be out over there and people respecting it. And Stretch, shout out to Stretch because I know he was helping us. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
That's dope to know you was out there for that, dude.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think that. I think that's probably one of the dopest things about, the music, right? Is like where it actually takes you, you know what I'm saying, and the people that you actually get to meet. So like really going, from Denmark, but then also I forgot we went to London. Yeah. That was a crazy experience in London. But then like even we went to Africa.
Yeah. What was up with that, bro? On some music shit?
On some music shit, bro. Damn. It was some dude. Some dude. Hey, you still owe me some money. Is
somebody from out here?
Nah, some dude from out there. I guess dude was from out here, but he was moving out there. But they put together something dope. So like the government basically like hosted us, brought us out there, put us up. It was an amazing experience, really like dealing with the people, right? And that was like one of the things, and really like it changed. I know it changed my life, but it changed like a lot about especially like what Jack was up to and shit like that. Like, he stopped smoking weed for a couple of weeks out there.
Nice. I was just thinking that. I was like, bro, Jack smoked perp for the show. So what was he doing out there? Nah, I also know his faith was a Muslim faith. Yeah. So I know he probably tapped into some spiritual things.
Absolutely. That's what he was really on, you know what I'm saying? Being around, because it was a predominantly Muslim country. So being around a bunch of Muslims just had him in a different mindset, And then for me, it was like, that was December of 2010, and I lost my little brother in May of that year. Okay. So it was like, it was one of them things that really, after I got back from Africa, that's when I started getting more into the community stuff and shit like that. But yeah, man, but I think it's really also just like shows you how like music can bridge different cultures. You know what I'm saying? You can go to Switzerland and somebody just see you on the street, and instead of just you being, you know what I'm saying, a normal whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Using the tool of music then made somebody recognize me even faster than like, oh, you're just an American? It's like, nah, actually I'm an artist and I do this and
exactly.
I do that too,
you know what I mean? Change a whole perspective, So yeah, bro, I think that was probably one of the dopest things about being involved in music and shit like that, is those opportunities that get opened up, bro.
For sure, bro.
That travel is nice too, man.
Yeah. So like out here, what do you think like is missing from the Bay in terms of like our Bay Area greats, you know, and the up and coming cats, and how somebody from a different region can come here and sell out one of these little spots quick. Yeah. But like I don't know if it's not that the security whatever doesn't trust some of these people or some of the bigger names that's here to do something at the Paramount or whatever, you know, like through over the years of like being in the music scene, like what do you think? Because like I know it's a lot of street politics that go into things, but I feel like other cities could come together enough to make sure that they can be heard enough to make money in their own town, you know, and not have to go like as Bay Area artists, we still had to go to Kansas City, still had to go all over these places, and then to throw a show back here had to be kind of like a spectacle and not like an average every like okay, like this is what we doing this weekend. They got this crew and like it's a continuous jump off. It kind of like falls off after a certain point. Yeah, man.
I mean, I think it really got a lot to do with the will of the people out here. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like if the artists that are in charge really want to make that happen. Because I would say too, you know, once you get it going here, then get out of here.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
And I don't mean get out of here as in leave the community. I mean get out of here as in get on the road. You know what I'm saying? Like hit all them other markets because you know, you got home. But then the problem is, you know, I've heard some, you know, artists say, you know, they don't get that love back home or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But then what does that mean? You know?
Figure out what that means, right?
Yeah. And you know, is it, you know, because I also hear sometimes they're like, oh, other places do it better than the Bay. They collaborate better, this, that, and the other. You know, but I don't know. I don't know if it's a geographical thing. You feel me? Or are we just not... Because I'll be honest, like I'm more of on a business hype now, right? Like, what are we doing to pool our resources? You know what I'm saying?
True.
We all keep going in the same direction, you know. And there's the few of us, right? Or not us, but them.
Yeah.
But that make it out. But then collectively, you know, every artist ain't gonna blow up and do, you know, amazing ass numbers. But what could we do to pool our resources in the meantime, right? So like, are we buying some property out here?
Yeah.
Are we, you know what I'm saying? Or what are we doing?
Starting other little shell companies and other little things.
Yeah, we're doing something different.
Yeah.
But I mean, but to be honest though, like as far as the you know, the music business, you know, I don't know. Because I feel like the bigger thing out here in Oakland is us figuring out, you know, trying to figure out what we want to be as a community, you know what I'm saying? And you know, if we want to continue down this route or if we want to do some shit different, because Oakland has always done shit different, whether it be the Black Panthers or be the independent music game, you know, whatever. But we've always been the most creative. We've always been, you know, fearless when it comes to trying some shit first. You know what I'm saying? We love being original.
You saying like don't limit ourselves to just entertainment or one specific type of entertainment, right?
Yeah, and I would also say that like sometimes shit comes in cycles, right? And so we had a great time during the hyphy movement, you know what I'm saying? But like maybe, you know, our next cycle is coming up. You feel me? Maybe it's like there's an artist like that just is almost right there, and once that shit hits, then everybody's gonna be, you know, looking at us again. So
well, I mean, look at what happened down there in SoCal. Right. What you think about all that? What you think about the whole Drake and Kendrick thing?
I mean, first of all, as the DJ side of me, I think it's dope to have a one of the dopest things ever, like to have a diss track that is fucking a club.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying,
bro? Does that not like us? All right, I kind of felt like it sounded like a straight babe slapper, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's DJ Mustard, and there's been that back and forth about, like, DJ Mustard and using the Bay, whatever, but I always look at us all as one big family anyway, you know what I'm saying? It would be nice for us to come together more, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully that little sprinkle of unity from up there trickles down here, and we get it going, but you're right about that. That is a banger. And even his cadence, you think that okay, that's gonna be our last time, nigga? That shit sound like D-Lo to me, I ain't gonna lie, you know? Like, or like just some Bay Area, you know, like lingo, but I'm like, we do the same thing too. Like I feel like the way we say "cuz" and "blood," like I feel like that might have came from up there. You know, I mean from down there. Like, because that wasn't even no straight gang stuff at first.
Right,
You know, like
right.
everybody was on some Panther stuff at first.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I wonder like what like how you feel about like the whole shit. You think Kendrick won, or is it even a win to you? Because you're a DJ, so like
but so absolutely, I think Kendrick won.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm you know what I'm saying, I'm biased in a sense, but absolutely Kendrick won.
Yeah.
As he should. I mean, he's the better lyricist.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
When you get to the music, that's what I thought. That's what when it all started, before it got like deep, I was like, this man didn't won a Pulitzer Prize, so Drake, whatever he gonna say, it may hit hard, but it ain't gonna hit the way he gonna string his words together. It's a no contest, because Drake makes music that we want to hear, like dancing. Kendrick do too, and he proved that. But like, he's a Pulitzer Prize, like he's just mathematical with it. It's just it didn't seem like it was.
It was like I was very entertained. But I also feel like, you know, there's always situations where it's like a popularity contest, right? So it's kind of like, you know, Drake got his base or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so he's gonna have the people, you know what I'm saying? But like, nah, like as far as like, the whole
snatching the mic and being like, yo, no, I'm the dopest.
Kendrick
kind of pulled that off.
Did that.
Not kinda, he pulled that off.
And what I like too, it's too many fucking friends in this shit, right? And it's like, and I don't, you know, I don't want people to be, you know, I ain't asking for nobody to be violent, but it's like, it's okay to be competitive. You know what I'm saying? Like, even in basketball these days, like back in the day, you wasn't laughing and joking around with your buddy before the game and shit like that.
Because they talk about that on the court when they said, I was just watching the UFC fight last night, and the two dudes that was fighting, they was not getting down like that. Yeah. And they were like, oh, these dudes train together and blah, blah, blah. So it was like, oh, okay, like, that's why they probably not going at each other like that. So to see, because honestly, I don't think, I feel like there's some words that they said, that Kendrick and Drake said to each other, that if they seen each other, they got to get down. And I always think about that too. I'm like, Drake is he got a little more weight on him, you know what I'm saying? But then I'm also like, we also got them little homies from the hood that got them overhand. Wow!
Exactly. And also, but didn't you see Kendrick doing fucking burpees though?
Yeah.
See? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Burpees is different than.
But like, I think like them going hands, I can see that happening based on the fact of like the stuff that they said. But like, in terms of music egos, like I don't think that those dudes hate each other. You know, like, I mean, well, maybe, but like, I could see a world where they're like, bro, I just had to do what I had to do, and it was like, well, I thought I could just get off my little shit. It's like, no, you couldn't. You feel me? Like, you lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all good. Like, and then also like, whatever you think I need to check myself on, cool. Check yourself on some of that weird shit, because we are the leaders here, and I feel like Drake was kind of doing that. Like, bro, you the boy, but we like when you own your singing shit. You know what I mean? Like, don't talk too much about this gangster shit, because then, you know, I'm going to step in. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, okay. And he brought all the whole gang on stage and all of that. But one thing about it that I like, you know, my philosophical shit, I'm like, damn it. Seeing them go at it like that did make me think about all the beef culture that we involved in, you know? And like, I wanted to ask you about like that, you know, because I know like, you know, the Mob Figgaz, the Jack, you know, it's like where we come from, everybody going to see eye to eye on things.
Right.
Certain things is gonna happen with your boy or your homie or whatever the case may be, to where you might see somebody who ain't fucking with that, and then y'all gotta. So like, I don't know. Like, was there ever times where y'all was out and like shit was spicy and you had to like get wiggling? I mean, I don't need no specifics, but I'm just saying like, and was that due to music though, or was that behind the scenes more type shit? Right. Like,
I mean, no, I mean, everything was. None of it was ever music.
It was not like a rap diss or nothing like that, right?
No, I mean, things might have went from something else to music, but it all seemed to originate. But then also for me, you know, because what I think is different nowadays is, since you got this phone, it's just so easy, right? True. And so it's just like certain things will. You have a misunderstanding with somebody back, you know, 15 years ago or whatever. Yeah. It's crazy. I ain't even 40 yet, okay? I'm not 40 yet. I got a little salt and pepper, not 40 yet. But like 15 years ago or so, you know, it's like if there's some little rumblings of an issue, you actually pull up and talk to them, but not on some hella aggressive shit. You feel me? But nowadays it's so much different because by the time y'all see each other, y'all done exchange all of these different things, but it's so easy to insult somebody. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like back in the day, you had to like really say it with your chest and
Yeah, now you can just say, your partner that died, we disrespected that.
Exactly.
And then
Exactly.
it goes on and on.
You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's the bigger issue nowadays is how easy it is for people to insult somebody and start all this beef. And then also like cats just like I done unfortunately, you know, probably in the last 5-10 years seen more shootings than fights. You feel me? And so if it's easier to pick up a gun and you know what I'm saying, shoot at somebody, you know, it's wild. So
that's why ultimately I do like Kendrick's approach to this, because I feel like, man, Kendrick, you could have spent your time doing something else. Like, we all know that this dude is who he is, you know what I mean? And we choose to listen to it or not. But then it's like them little sneak disses and all that. That ain't me. If somebody was sneak dissing me, I mean, I was just hearing Common talking about, I thought Drake was sneak dissing me, so I had to. I'm like, as a hip hop artist, you feel me? If somebody come at you, you're gonna have to sneak this back. It's gonna blow up. But I do like, you know, the way that he's coming at the situation of like, bro, you kind of bringing this bravado as if you know what I'm saying, like all this lingo and all this stuff from all this hood stuff that's actually traumatic. And I'm gonna bring everybody together on stage that might actually got beef with each other for real in real life. But they gotta be on stage if they want to get this attention, because this is what this is about. You know what I mean? And every message on stage may not be the most positive. You know what I mean? So I totally do respect what Kendrick doing, and it starts to what he's doing is, I think, is going to reverberate, and it's going to make people realize the path that they own. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel like I need to bring what I know to the community and try to make sure we can excavate the stuff that people claim to be community. Some people say they're doing it for community, pass out a couple plates, make a shirt, and just keep pushing. You know what I mean? To be up in them offices and all of that, that's big. That's big deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
Really got to push forward.
Yeah, I mean, because at the end of the day, like, I'm just on some accountability shit, right? Word. It's just like, it's. Oh my God, what's going on? She heard our fucking shoes.
Oh yeah. Oh damn, those shoes.
We live right downtown Oakland. You know what I'm saying? So we get the front row. I know. So you know, but yeah, man, just like accountability as a people. So it's just like it's so much potential. It's so much potential. I think, you know, but I really do love what I've seen in the Bay over the last 5 years, as far as just like the business of the music business. Yeah, like I see cats really, making shit happen. You know.
Yeah, when I was thinking about like how. Like how easy it is for people to get on and do their diss track thing and stuff like that. I was like, it's also easy for you to come out on your LaRussell hype. Or somebody else that's, I'm sure he's hyped that people keep bringing his name up. Yeah. And I use it as a point of reference sometimes when I'm talking about just being positive and just being on your own hype and staying consistent and doing your thing. And it's like, there's a lot of room for that too. And it'll make it fun. So, I think that's one thing that I would say, like that the Bay needs is a little shift in topics and what we talking about and stuff like that, because that's one thing. You're right. We are innovative. And I think a lot of the sounds that we hearing in some of these towns and the way that people's getting down, we've been doing it. You know what I mean? Like MA and like the whole Gas team and like I've been seeing like rap music being used to tell stories that's maybe a little too personal and it becomes people in jail. You know what I mean? Like, so to see the youngsters doing it now, I'm like, okay, the Bay really is ahead of the curve for a lot of reasons. But I would like us to be ahead of the curve for something positive and dope. We got a lot of people on some green juice shit out here and healthy kick. Like, I think some more businesses up and up would be cool, and then niggas can make songs about that. Look at Stunner Man, he out here rapping about salad and shit like that.
Yeah, bro. I mean, that's where it's at, man. It's like really trying to leverage it, right? Like, and I think that's one thing that we we got to keep preaching. Is just like, because you ain't going to be hot forever, right? But I think these brothers is smart, though. You know what I'm saying? These young brothers these days is smart. So it's just like, you get on, make you a few bucks with some music, but you know what I mean? Can you get you a little some real estate? Or,
I was just watching Money Man talk about that. He's talking about crypto and this and that, and it's like it's about that time.
But that's one thing. It's like it's a lot more we could do. But I say like, I mean, regardless of you know, I mean, one thing that you know, I'm not even, you know, nowhere close to the streets no more to understand, but this violence shit is way out of hand, bro.
Right.
Like it's crazy, but like I'm proud of our young people, bro. Like they done, especially going through the pandemic. We were 4 years out of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, man. Juneteenth. It was, you know, you gotta take what you can get. You know, the Juneteenth that just happened. There was a lot of people out there. They said there was some shootings or whatever. I don't think it was no fatalities though. And I'm like, to me, that's a win. You coming from the urban community, people carry. People gonna be out there. This is like you said, we coming out the pandemic. Yeah. Youngsters are still understanding. Oh, it's up to us to start being that change. You know, because I think our generation, that's like, you know what I'm saying, in the 30s and 40s, we also are. We was a generation that was kind of tired of seeing our homies on T-shirts and shit too. You know. So I think the switch is there. Is ready to come, but I know you've seen it a lot. I heard you talk about gun violence twice now, and having that what was it? It was a gallery bar.
Yeah, the gallery art bar.
Art bar. Yeah. I know on that street in particular. I don't know if you was still there when some of that major gunplay was going on, but yeah.
Yeah, man.
I know having a space there was like, you know, so. It is hard to see, but like, how'd you even how'd you get into that, having that space?
Yeah, so the gallery, so
310 gallery.
Yeah, 310 gallery. So I got the gallery just because honestly, back when I opened it, I was just trying to do something for black artists, because at the time, like, rent was going up for all the retail spaces like crazy. So a few different black art galleries had closed down. So then I just was just like thinking I don't know, I could just make it all happen. So I opened up a little art gallery. But I mean, you did
make it happen, bro. I think I had my art up in there.
No, yeah. But the thing is though, is what I didn't realize though, is that I couldn't make enough money for all the bills and shit, just paying, you know, just with the art.
It was a big space.
Yeah. And so then that's why I got a liquor license and then turned it into a bar. So then it was like
hookah lounge. It turned into a hookah lounge.
Yeah, well, no, I'll tell you, it was but then turned into a full bar. So like the last 4 years or so, it was a bar until I sold it in last year, 2023. But
would you do it again? Would you open another space?
So I got another space on the way. Actually, yeah. It's called Hella Bees.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. The Instagram is hella.bees, BEES. So yeah, Hella Bees is a new bar right over by the lake.
Okay.
I'm gonna have that open by like August. I don't know. Hopefully.
Still art theme, art.
No, not really art. It's just it's just gonna be focused on like some dope ass cocktails.
Okay.
Food, and then also I got a plant person in there.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, you know us black folks, we love our plants and
straight
shit.
up.
So yeah, so we're gonna have a plant retailer in there. In a little coffee shop, so
so it's gonna be all of that,
all of that, Hella Bees, yeah. So basically,
so the coffee gonna be during the day, but you can also get you a cocktail during the day too.
Yeah, so it'll be so coffee, food, the plants all during the day. At nighttime, we'll have events, bar events, shows. It's a big space.
I like that, bro, because I be hearing people, like you said, you gotta have a balance. You know what I'm saying? We can sit here and talk about all the negative stuff, and I know you've seen some stuff over there, and having a business there and being a business owner, but you ain't gonna take to social media or be commenting, talking about Oakland is so bad and I had a business there and blah, blah, blah. So I really appreciate the fact that you sticking with it, bro. Like, that's really inspirational because that's what it takes for the years and years of a rebirth of a purpose for a city. The city gonna be here, and it's all about who's got the control. Somebody was like, oh, you need to vote for it. It was like, look at the I don't know too much about politics, but I heard something about the mayor that just went down. It wasn't too smooth. I don't know what it was. So it's like, is it always voting? I think it's more so people who stay down. And obviously you should vote
it's,
or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
It's a combination of both.
It's a combination.
Right?
That's what I'm getting at.
It's so like Dage, right?
Yep.
Dage is another person who got involved recently, or not recently, but I know he recently has been doing a whole bunch officially, like with the city of Oakland and stuff like that. But it's just more people like that, more people that have already been leaders here in the community.
True.
But then them now getting in positions at City Hall or on commissions and boards.
Yeah.
So when it comes time to figure out what they want to do somewhere, you got somebody like a Dage.
I was about to say, shout out to Dage, man, because he definitely is somebody that needs to be up in the office, and whether it just be for like city official for events and stuff like that, and just knowing what people want to see, what people want to hear. Yeah, and it's just cool to see his growth too, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he been a leader since I met him. He was probably 16, 17 when we met. And I've always
before he was DJing, right?
Yeah, when he was because I used to partner with him. He would help me promote parties when I was doing my events and stuff like that. And we got friends in common. But no, he's a really good dude. Always been a leader. But those are the type of people like a Mr. Fab, right? Like the people that's already doing it in the community. That's already smart as hell.
They already care. Mr. Fab,
bro.
Because he's somebody that is another one of those people that, you put something on, something tragic could possibly happen in the community, but niggas ain't throwing in the towel. Instead of just being like, I give up. It's like, nah, I'm gonna speak about it and I'm gonna keep pushing and I'm gonna keep talking about this positivity, because it's about that time that the OGs is more vocal about what we want, because the OGs now is coming from out that generation that we seen too many shirts, man, too many faces on shirts. Like, it's traumatic sometimes to put on Jacka music for me a little bit, because like you said, he touched so many people personally, and I'm one of those people that like had a personal interaction with him and used to listen to his music growing up because my brothers, and then I'm actually get a chance to meet him and in studio sessions and stuff like that, and then for it to be the way it happened, it's almost like a why type of question. But it's like you don't question the creator. I know all the messages he put in all the songs, everything is here for us to keep living on, keep pushing, and it's like, man, it's hard to turn your back on the community you come from, no matter how bad the system got us looking. You know what I'm saying?
But and again, that's why I think I use the word accountability, because like, instead of saying like it's the government or it's the people and shit like that, it's people starting to take control now. You know what I'm saying? Even like you mentioned, like La Russell. You know what I'm saying? Like people are taking control. And bro,
putting their destiny in their own hands.
That's what it's all about. And then also like hip hop is way more mainstream now, right? And so it's like before there was it was a huge stigma before. You know what I'm saying? But now you can be a rapper, and you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like there's not a huge stigma attached to it.
It's not all about just straight like we have the gangster rap, but like being a rapper is almost like a business card sometimes. Like if you got some music that's relatable, and you're like, yeah, I'm an artist, and you trying to do business with someone, they're like, oh really? Let me hear it. And they put it on, they're like, oh, this is smooth. They might not be your number one fan out of nowhere, but they're like, okay, I can hear what this man talking about. He seems like a cool dude. Yeah, I want to do business with you. You need to put up some art.
Now let me ask you this though. What? Because this is a dope ass shop, right?
Word.
What's your vision for what you want to do? Like how you want to develop, not even develop this, but like build on this for the skate community. Because I also think like in Oakland is super dope what you have here. Like if motherfuckers don't know, it's like right in the middle of downtown Oakland. You know what I'm saying?
1212 Webster.
Yeah, 1212 Webster.
We're looking at the Tribune building.
For real. And so like just talk about that. Like what's your vision? Because this is dope, but I know that like this you can also like this is a store, but then you also have a whole like platform and a whole vision. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. One thing I've been noticing, because I'm here every day. I work here every day. You know what I'm saying? And so I know what we need to buy, what needs to be sold and everything. So I'm paying attention to the product, and I'm paying attention to these companies and everything. And I'm starting to see the breakdown of these companies. It's not just a logo to me no more. Yeah. I'm talking to the people. I'm talking to the accountants. And it's becoming an everyday thing. And I'm looking at my little homies, and I'm looking at my my homies who are artists and filmers and videographers and everything like that. And I'm like, this is where I want this to be a breeding ground for that, or a starting ground for kids who are young adults who say, man, I want to be on this company or that company. I want to say, hey, well, let's start with you first.
But it's small things like that
you put a little paint where it ain't.
Yeah,
and
man.
then people start to understand the picture a little bit more.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you know, and then it's also like you could even get scientific with like crime prevention by environmental design, right? So it's like this block is usually before a certain hour, after a certain hour. If it's nobody here, you know what I'm saying? The older lady or the young woman that's walking here, you know what I'm saying? If the light ain't on, or if somebody ain't outside, ain't no eyes on the street, right? And so
it is kind of a difference of the homies that's hanging out drinking and starting trouble versus the homies that's hanging out drinking, minding their business.
Exactly.
And alert if we see some granny or something happen. It's been some things that's been
bet.
down.
I mean, you know,
and if we wasn't here, if homies wasn't here to have eyes on shit, we wouldn't even have known what was going down.
Exactly. You know, and so those are parts of community, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we overlook or undervalue, you know what I mean?
True.
But that's what I love about the story. Even like when I, pull up, like I just didn't drive over here, but you see me pull up, like I don't just go to a, it's like you being here makes the rest of the area safer. You feel me? I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna go over here. Yeah, I'm gonna go right here. Boom. Yeah. So
that's
so
real,
yeah, bro.
And then there's a whole nother. There's upstairs. There's so much stuff going on upstairs.
That's what's
like,
up.
There's like music venue, little tattoo shop, and just all types of stuff, So it's always like cool. It's a nice in and out environment, and they kind of tag team along with just being around and just keeping the vibes chill. My biggest thing is keeping the streets clean. I love sweeping. I just be sweeping shit off the street.
Bro.
I'm always like, man, we gonna up the property value.
Yeah, for real. That's what we need, man.
But bro. This has been a smooth convo, man. You got any advice to like young up and coming artists, bro? Like,
I mean, honestly, the only advice that I've ever given anybody that I 1,000% believe in. Whether you're an artist or anything, and it ain't gonna be deep, so please, y'all can say it, but follow your heart. And the reason I say that is because whether, like I've had, unfortunate things happen to me. I've been shot before, right? And so like, when I got shot, it was like, even before I got shot, something just told me that something was not right. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't listen to it. You feel me? So there have been times where things, adverse things have happened in my life where I didn't follow my heart or listen to my heart. You know what I'm saying? And on the other side of things, right, when you looking and, it don't look like there's any hope at all, but you really believe in yourself. And the world might be telling you, or the circumstances might be telling you that there's no way you're going to be able to make that shit happen. Like, that's happened with me. But then I just said, fuck it. Like, I followed my heart. My heart told me to do something different. And it's worked out, But at least at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? If you follow what your heart tells you to do, you ain't gonna have regrets. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna have regrets at the result, regardless of it. You know what I mean? So that's the only advice I could ever.
That's good advice. That is
anybody.
It's not. I feel you saying it's not deep, but it's definitely not surface level.
Right.
Because if you're actually a thinking person, if you hear that and you listening, something gonna come to your mind where you're gonna be like, okay, I do need to do this, or maybe I don't need to do that, or you know what I mean? Like just listen to it straight up. Yeah, man. That's what I'm doing here, bro. And that's one of the things that I really want people to see is that I'm literally following my heart on this.
For sure.
Because skateboarding is something that came to me unexpectedly. You know what I'm saying? And it's I've been riding it, I've been in Brazil.
Exactly.
Switzerland, Denmark.
Exactly.
Just on the strength of somebody knowing me through the skate world sometimes,
And you don't know, like, what your life would have been like if you didn't
so it's almost a duty now, you know what I'm saying? It's a duty to the community and of the world, but my little specific part, which I like, because skateboarding is underground. Like, I was saying this, I thought this the other day, I was like the streets showed me, but like skateboarding accepted me or something, like, you know what I mean? Like, and skateboarding is the streets. Yeah, like you put the thing on the ground and skate through the street. You looking at things on the street all day. You hanging out in places where people don't want to be at, So I always feel like I'm still following my heart. I always felt like I'm a street nigga, right? But I start to think of it like, but not the type of street nigga that's gonna
an actual street.
I'm
you're
out here.
Surface. You're at the level at the same eye view, you know what I'm saying, with everybody.
With everybody else.
Yeah.
No matter what office I can walk back up into,
Yep.
when I come back down, people on the street
You can
understand.
skate past a person that's, you know what I'm saying, unhoused and going through some shit, and then 10 feet later skate past a dude that's in a suit and tie.
And I'm paying attention to it all. For sure.
That's what's up, bro.
So and the thing is, I appreciate everybody who be coming through. I appreciate you sitting down with me, bro.
Always, bro.
It's just the road. It's the road. And every time somebody pull up, it's always love. G,
yeah, bro. No, I appreciate it, bro. I ain't did a podcast in some years, bro. So it's just dope to sit back and share some stories and shit like that. So
sure,
bro. Anytime we gonna have to check in again,
Hell
man.
yeah,
I'm gonna bring one of my skateboards next time and hit some tricks. You feel me? About that? Get on. You feel me? But no, shout out to my boy Hongry, man.
Mondays and Tuesdays, man.
Yee.
See you later.